It's no news that more people are doing their holiday shopping online this holiday shopping season, but there are some safety tips you need to keep in mind. Bob Dietrich from First National Bank of Scotia joined us now. So this is the time, we're entering into crunch time, so people who have family far away, it's easier to order online and have it shipped directly to them than have to get it here, wrap it, send it off. So
Absolutely.
we'll be shopping online.
Yes, and more and more people are shopping. They're doing their shopping online, and with good reason. It is very convenient. But more and more are falling victim to fraud, identity theft, and scams. So there are some precautions, minor, easy precautions you can take to greatly improve your odds of not becoming victim of those scams.
One of them is to research the business you're buying from.
Absolutely. When you, a lot of the scammers now are developing these websites that have products at greatly reduced prices, and it looks like a deal that you can't refuse. In those cases, really your first defense is to do some research on that business. You can, I think the first step would be just to Google that business and see if it has that good of a deal, there'll be some chatter.
Sometimes if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Also, encrypted websites, look for the HTTPS for secure.
Yes, if it doesn't have that S in there, when you're filling out your forms, it's not a secure server, and do not put your information into that site.
Now, how would somebody end up on a site that's not secure like that?
Well, there are businesses that may not have that secure designation, and the other way you could is if you take an embedded hyperlink, which is a website that comes through your email or an attachment or anything that can redirect you. You may not know exactly where you're going, and that could be what they would call a dummy website, and it may not be the legitimate website.
You bring up a good point. I know I get a lot of junk mail from a lot of different businesses, but this time of the year I'm getting offers from everybody and everything under the sun, and some of them look pretty good. So you shouldn't click through the email. Should you enter it in specifically at the top of the window?
Absolutely, and you can, sometimes you can tell what's on that hyperlink by putting your cursor on it and see where it's really directing you. But you still have to be careful, and you always want to make sure you're protecting yourself in that way.
How accurate is feedback on the sites from other customers? I'm always leery because I think if it's negative, it might come from a competitor. If it's positive, it might come from the company itself. So how much can you rely on them?
It's hard to tell. I believe a lot of them are legitimate, but it is difficult to tell if they are.
Now, you should keep track of all of your online transactions.
Absolutely, and when you get your bank statement, you definitely want to check and make sure that what's on there is what you ordered, and make sure that everything has gone through the way it should. And
look for unusual activity. You know, if someone has like a dollar charge here and there, that's a red flag.
Yes, a lot of times they'll try to put through a small amount that you may not notice or care about, and they'll eventually up that until they get to a point where you do notice it, and by that time it's probably too late.
And you should run your credit report.
Yes, absolutely, at least annually, but there are services that you can get that will actually notify you if something happens on there that looks out of the ordinary for your profile.
Great tips, Bob. Thank you so much.
Thank you.